Okay, hey guys. I'm going to be talking about the 2014 dystopian film Divergent, directed by Neil Berger and based on Veronica Roth's popular novel. It stars Shailene Woodley, Theo James, and Kate Winslet. And it takes us to this future society where it's based on these 5 different factions, these 5 different groups. And in Divergent, we follow Tris Pryor, and she is played by Shailene Woodley. So Tris is this young woman living in a future society where people are sorted into these groups based on their virtues like bravery, selflessness, intelligence. But of course, Tris doesn't fall into these categories at all, and she's divergent. And she uncovers these dark secrets and navigates her way through dangerous initiation, and she finds herself caught in some trouble. So what I think works for this film is Shailene Woodley's performance as Tris. She starts off pretty unsure of herself, but as the story progresses, we see this transformation in her, and she becomes a strong, brave individual. And I think Woodley really nails this journey. She's not just an action hero that we often see in these dystopian films. She brings vulnerability, and you can feel her fear, especially during these initiation trials. It makes her character feel more relatable, and we can connect with her a little bit more, and that's what makes it a little bit more emotionally engaging as a film overall. And I would say the 2 things that didn't really work in this film were the pacing of it. For me, it dragged on a little bit in some spots, and the world building, as in they've created this world of these 5 different factions, and it could be really fascinating, but it didn't dive deep into this how this world came about, how it works, the history. All we know are these factions, these virtues, but we never really get to understand how does this system work? Why is it important to us? I think that could have been built up a little bit more. And as for pacing, there are parts of the movie that drag on. I would say the initiation sequences, they're visually really cool, but it starts to get repetitive after a while. And there's a lot of action there, but it doesn't take the movie anywhere. We're not moving forward at all. And by the time the final act comes around, it's rushed, and I feel like there just could be more. But yeah, I would say those 2, pacing and just building up the world a little bit more and helping the viewer understand a little bit more of this new world. Overall, Divergent was a good film. It was a good dystopian thriller, if that's what you're into. Shailene Woodley's performance was a standout. The film had good action, good emotions, but when it comes to building a world and helping an audience perceive it and understand it, and also nailing the pacing of some frames, there's definitely some room for improvement, but there always isn't something. But it's a fun film.